नमस्कार फ्रेंड्स, स्वागत है आपका फिर से विकास की बात डीवीसी के साथ एक नए एपिसोड। आज हमारे साथ एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर फ्यूल मैनेजमेंट श्री संजय घोष सर हम लोगों के साथ है। स्वागत है सर आपका। सर, कुछ छोटा सा इंट्रोडक्शन आप अपने बारे में अगर ऑडियंस को बताना चाहें।
My name already you have mentioned. I have joined DVC in the year 88. And initially, actually, I was at Maithan. Thereafter, actually, I was shifted to Mejia. A long period, actually, we have covered in Mejia, around 12 years. And after Mejia, I came to Durgapur, TTPS. There, actually, I have covered 140 and 210 megawatt units. I was working there as senior manager, and thereafter actually I was shifted to DSTPS, and there I worked as DGM. In different sections I have worked. From DSTPS I came to Mejia as HOP, and thereafter actually I took over the charge as ED Fuel in the year 22. From 1st January I took over the charge as ED Fuel. And after 1 month, again, I had to take another charge additionally as ED operation. So, as ED operation, ED fuel, I worked there for 8 months. That time, actually, we faced lots of issues regarding this fuel. Especially that time, we were required to procure imported coal. And another big challenge was there, that is the through RCR mode, because coal was available in various places, but railway sidings were not there. For that reason, actually, this road mode, first actually we had to lift the coal from the mines, and thereafter actually we had to shift in the railway sidings. In the railway siding itself, actually we had to load and we had to transport up to power plant end. That RCR mode operation was the big challenge for DVC that time. So we could do the work successfully. Most of the coal actually we got at that time from MCL side. So many sidings we have covered, and imported coal was also a big challenge. That time actually we could place two orders, one for 1 million metric ton and another additional quantity of 0.2 million metric ton that we also placed at that time. And that 1.2 million metric tons, that much of coal we could use during that scarcity period, because that was a big scarcity of coal in the year 21 and 22, both the years. From August onwards, August 22 onwards, I was working as ED operation, and I played my role as ED operation up to mid of September 2024. From 24 onwards, I am looking after this fuel department as ED fuel.
As in the next coming 5 to 6 years, DVC has a vision for enhancing the power generation, means capacity addition in the form of renewable also. But as far as thermal generation capacity addition is concerned, we are going to achieve another, means we will be doubling the capacity of thermal generation of DVC. So, how is your team is planning to achieve that smooth flow of fuel for those upcoming power projects?
Well, this is a very relevant question at this moment, because DVC is expanding both in the RE sectors as well as in the thermal sectors. RE sectors, whatever expansion we are doing, that is better for us, because in daytime, if we can run all those RE power plants, in that case, that much of fuel we can save. That is the biggest advantage. What we are seeing at this moment, from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., usually we get lower load for the case of thermal units, because that much of RE power we are getting from the grid. But if DVC can produce that much of RE power, that is the biggest advantage, and we can save fuel. And what is the roadmap that I am explaining? Because if we go into the thermal sector, most of the power plants, those are all supercritical units. At this moment, actually, we are handling subcritical units. Now, the plants, what will be coming in the next 3 to 4 years, those are all supercritical units. So, our coal consumption will be little bit lesser compared to our subcritical units. That is the biggest advantage. But everywhere we have done the coal linkage first. Thereafter, actually, we have gone for this setting up of new sets. So, for the case of uh, Kodarma, two 800 megawatt units, our linkage is with the CCL, that is around 6.5 million metric ton. For the case of Raghunathpur, there two 660 megawatt units are there. Those are also supercritical units, and there we have the linkage with the BCCL, and the total linkage will be around 4.5 million metric ton. And for the case of DTPS, that is of 800 megawatt units, they are actually little bit good quality coal we are receiving from ECL. That's why their uh, tonnage will be something less compared to this 660 and 800 megawatt units. Where for the case of KTPS and Raghunathpur, our grade is around G14, G13 like that. But for the case of DTPS, it will be G5 grade. In that case, actually, our total linkage will be around 2.5 million metric ton. So, in totality, it will be around uh, 15 million metric tons. It will be added. At this moment, actually, we have the FSA of 20 million metric tons, 20.89, something like that. And we will be adding another 15 million metric tons. That means our FSA will be round about 35 to 36 million metric ton. So, this is the linkage we have already framed. And now the issue is how to mitigate this demand. That is a big challenge. Big challenge means if we do better work on the quality aspects, then automatically actually whatever ACQ is required there, actually we can restrict ourselves. Otherwise, what will happen if there is great slippage? In that case, actually this quantity will be going high. So, our main target will be to restrict our quantity within the ACQ. So, for that actually quality aspects we will be looking into. For this quality aspects, so many action plans we have thought about. Now already we are continuing third party sampling agency that we have already engaged in the unloading end as well as the loading end.
Means for the quality control.
For quality control. And so many guidelines have been given by the ministry, how to control the quality. One aspect is auger sampling that we have to carry out both in the loading end and the unloading end. For unloading end, we have already uh, uh, frame out our scope of work, and very soon actually we will be floating the NIT so that auger sampling we can do for the box and rakes, because feasibility is there for doing this auger sampling for the box and rakes. Feasibility is not there for this BOBR rakes, because in that case actually we have to uncharge the OHE, then only actually we can go for this. So, for that some extra time will be required. So, we are doing study on this already. Jadavpur University, they are working on it, so that within our 2 hours time frame, that is the free time given for this BOBR unloading. So, within that time frame, if we can collect the samples from the BOBR rakes, So that study is being carried out by Jadavpur. I think hopefully within next 6 to 8 months, some output will be there, and thereafter actually we'll go for entire sampling process through this auger at the unloading end. And loading end also we have done some feasibility where those sidings are feasible for doing this auger sampling. Already we have identified and we have told the agency to go for auger sampling in those sidings.
For the audience, can you explain what is this auger sampling?
Auger sampling means that's a very new method of sampling. This sampling was earlier also there, but we were not doing it properly. But now we are habituated with this sampling process. This is a sampling where actually your entire equipment will be working in auto mode. How much depth? That depth actually you have to set, and that particular auger sampling equipment that you have to place before the BOBR, and thereafter actually it will collect the sample up to which depth it has to be pushed. That is also set earlier, and by that way actually if we do the sampling, and what are the places actually we have to do the sampling, those places will also be predetermined, and by that method actually if we do the sampling it will be a correct sampling
Means
process.
at
And
every level you take the
yes,
sample.
yes, yes. Another important issue is the CCTV monitoring. If we install CCTVs both at the loading end and the unloading end we have already installed it, and IP based cameras will be there through which actually from remote itself you can check whether your unloading process is in the normal process they are carrying out or not. All these things actually you can supervise from the remote. So these areas actually we have to address. Then only we can improve the quality of coal. Another issue is what are the sidings where actually we are really receiving bad quality coal, inferior quality. That we have to identify, and we have to constantly pursue with the CIL authority so that actually they can improve the quality of the coal. Whatever equipments required, they will have to install there. Whatever activities they will have to carry out, that they will have to do. So by this persuasion method, if we can improve the quality of the coal, that is the biggest advantage.
Okay. Is there any provision to transport ash through that particular rail which is carrying our coal?
Yes, yes, that is also available. For that only siding is required, where actually we have to unload the ash. That means whatever ash is available in the pond, from there itself actually we have to take the ash and we have to dump in the siding, and from the siding itself actually if we can load the wagons, empty wagons, in that case actually we can.
It will be
That means it is a cyclic process. Whatever coal we will be receiving,
only when if there in utilization is required at that particular point from where the coal is coming.
yes.
Okay, great, sir. And any other aspect would you like to highlight what your department is planning or doing to achieve that vision of 2030?
2030, one is your coal mitigation is one of the biggest challenges, but there domestic coal is also playing a very very important role, because when we are purchasing this FSA coal, that time actually we are seeing that in the month of July, August, September, October, that is a very very tough period for the coal. Uh, uh, Definitely, if we see the trend, most of the cases in July, August, September, October, these 4 months, we are receiving less FSA coal. That time, actually, if we get a substitute source, that means from domestic coal, if we can compensate the deficit, it will be a bigger advantage. So, last year, we have procured this domestic coal and we could successfully carry out the order. And from there itself, actually, whatever supply was made in the month of July to October, that was the biggest benefit for us. There, actually, we didn't suffer any generation. For the case of mitigating this fuel requirement, railway is also playing a very, very important role, because in FSA, whatever we have the agreement with the coal subsidiaries for transporting that coal from the railway siding to power plants. Railway is playing important role because they are placing the rakes. So in case of DVC, what we have seen, 3 to 4 regions are mainly responsible for this. One is the East Central Railway, ECR. Another was is the Eastern Railway, ER. Another is the Southeastern Railway, SCR, and the East Coast Railways. East Coast Railways is not coming in picture more, but mostly actually we are receiving coal through ECR and the ACR, and ER is also playing. So to get more rakes, there is should be a very good collaboration in between the ECR and the ER and the ACR and the ER. So there DVC is also playing a very, very important role, because if we do the liaison work in a better way, then only actually your uh, whatever rake you are receiving, that will receive in time. There will be no any bunching of the rakes, because if we do the unloading of the rakes in time within our free time, then only this rake movement will be faster.
Faster, okay. Means, is there any plan for DVC to acquire such rakes of their own so that we will not be completely dependent on railway?
It is also under discussion stage. Initially, actually, we thought to procure the rakes, but finally, we have seen that the cost wise, if we see, the cost is more. And if we book under capex, then in that case, actually, it will not be reimbursed. For that reason, actually, we are now thinking about uh, taking rakes on lease basis. So I have already talked with the NTPC people, how they are going on this issue. So they told that initially there was a scheme from the railways through which actually this on lease basis they were giving. That means whatever rebate is being given in the freight part, that we can charge through this procurement, whatever amount we have to provide to the banks, that we can compensate through this freight rebate. So that facility is available, and NTPC is also doing in some of the plants. But now that particular scheme is not functional. Railway is not making it functional, because railway, they are also telling that they are also procuring a number of BOBR rakes. In case of railway, they are telling that if you purchase this rakes, in that case actually your cost will be in the higher side. If they purchase the rakes, their cost will be around 35 lakhs. But for the case of DVC or any other power utility, if they purchase, in that case it will be around 45 lakhs.
And they will be free to use that rake too for other industries also.
Yes, yes, yes. But now railway, they are not in favor of purchasing the rakes by the power utility. They are telling that we are already procuring the rakes, and you will be getting more number of BOBRs.
Okay, great.
For
Means
that,
our
actually, you
objective
should
will
not
be
be worried about.
Okay, great, sir. So it was all the plan from fuel department to get ready for those dreams and the visions of a 2030 of DVC. Thanks from our whole team that you have spared your valuable time for this newly thought process of capturing the episode for YouTube. It was a great sharing from your side, sir. And
Thank you very much. And the people who are down the line, they will also see what are the action plan. They will also get some confidence, and they will it will also help them to work further.
yes.
Thank you.